Oh, say does that star-spangled... Here you go. Tip-off goes to Philadelphia. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris and Embiid are in the middle. Edgecombe out there with Jared McCain. And it's George in at the small forward. And the Sixers expecting third overall pick, VJ Edgecombe, to contribute right from the jump shots.
He's quiet, but man, does he have game. And he's the draft's premier athlete. He's a two-way player, a high-character guy as well. And this backcourt in Philadelphia is loaded. But trust me, he's something different. He's on a mission.
Now here's George. Here's McCain. Off target from three-point range. Pritchard, the pass to White. Up top, Tatum. To the inside. Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Look out below. Jaylen Brown off his feet in a hurry.
White with a steal. Pass to Keita. Now here's Tatum. Embiid covers. Offensive board. Tries again. And the basket by Brown. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, what a jump shot from Jaylen Brown. He has so refined that aspect of his game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Keita. And that one is hammered home.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
It's interesting, Shams, that Commissioner Silver said injuries in the 2025 playoffs were the second lowest in a decade, but big injuries, Achilles injuries to Tatum and Lillard and Halliburton. It didn't feel that way.
No, and it's really unfortunate. Those are some really serious injuries to some seriously important players in the NBA, and given the gravity of that, it's clearly an issue that goes beyond the playoffs. I'm told the league is continuing to gather the data. Of course, player health is in everyone's best interest, so the league, Adam Silver, they're paying a very close eye to this.
White for three. It's rebounded by George. Philadelphia has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Edgecombe, no good. The Celtics have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Boston has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Inside. Pritchard, no good.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
Back to George. Jacks up a 3. Drills it from deep. George has got 6 points. And Shams, the landscape of the Eastern Conference drastically shifted by the run of Achilles tears in last year's playoffs.
Yeah, BA, it felt like one after the other. Every week there was something big in the playoffs last year, and devastating for the teams particularly, but the league at large. And situations like these only amplify those voices saying that the league has to find a way to figure out how to protect players from injury. Is it lesser regular season games during the regular season? Is there a formula? Is there a method to potentially decrease the amount of significant injuries we see?
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. With some changes, Garza's checked in for Keita, and Minot subbed in for Brown. And Shams, over the last 7 seasons, a different champion every year. The league's as wide open as it has ever been.
Yeah, remember also, through the NBA's first 51 seasons, the Lakers and the Celtics won more than half of the NBA titles. So this is a conscious effort to engage fans league-wide and create an opportunity for everyone to compete evenly every single year.
Yeah, not just a big market league anymore. Here's Minot. 9 points for him in his last game. Steps back. Tatum. And Grimes pulls it down.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Out to Lowry. The 3 is up. Boston pulls it in. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
Hey, their activity on defense was terrific. It was just full effort at that end of the floor and a bunch of blocks to show for it.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, the Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Brian?
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
2 open that time. Made it look easy.
But he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3-and-D ability on the wing.
Hauser can't get it to go.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Here's Simons. Jams it in on the great move.
Showing the bounce. Simon says dunk.
And it's Lowry with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. This is their first chance this season playing Boston. Grimes' shot is off. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. The 3. And it's Shireman missing. Well, the 76ers shooting about 47% during this first quarter. Count that one.
His first make in 4 shots. You hope it gets him rolling.
Launches a 3. It's a 3-pointer. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
For 3, Lowry. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. The first quarter all wrapped up. And it's been an exciting game so far. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the 3-point arc.
So on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Andre Drummond is out there with Trendon Watford. Then there's Ivy. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Grimes in at the 2.
The shot goes up. You've got to put a body on Andre Drummond. This guy's so good off the offensive window.
And here's Brown for 3. It's hauled in by Oubre. The Sixers trailing, and the league instituting an international flavor for this year's All-Star game, Shams. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, I'm told the league is really drawing inspiration from what we saw be a successful tournament in hockey. The NBA has been eager to increase the compete level for years now, so the U.S. versus the world format might just be the one to facilitate that this year.
Ivy finds Oubre. And here's Watford. 3-pointer. That one is off. Here's Mina. Good. And Brown gets the assist. And now a 3-point Celtic lead.
Oh, how Jaylen Brown's facilitation skills advance the older he gets. Nice pass.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Group getting ready for the Sixers. Bonus checked in for Drummond. Harris comes in for Watford. George, he's checked in for Oubre. And Jared McCain subbed in for Grimes. Shams, with so many entertainment options out there, Commissioner Silver has said the league cannot be complacent.
Boy, is there ever. I mean, you think about the new TV deals, you think about the rise of social media. We're seeing so much innovation in this world, just in general, across all sports, and the NBA is no different. And certainly, the league office has been very proactive, looking to improve this product at every turn. return. And a lot of this is around social media and around the internet, around their young consumers and young fans.
They're unafraid to let it rip from downtown, extending their lead.
76ers trail by 8 to the middle. Here's Bona. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And the Celtics making a change here. Tatum's checked in. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Walker, he's checked in for Bona. Edwards comes in for Paul George. Edgecombe, he's checked in for Ivy. And it's Lowry in for McCain. Ooh, rejected by Harris.
A sneaky 6'8". Harris putting his length to use.
And Boston with some changes. Boucher's checked in for Minot. White comes in for Hauser. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Simons. Pritchard from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got his 4th assist in this one. And with two of the league's smaller market teams facing off in last year's finals, Shams, any problem with that?
On one hand, BA, it definitely takes the audience some getting used to, but for Commissioner Adam Silver, it's a sign that the league's changes are working as intended. So much parity, it gives every team, if well managed, a chance to compete. And the Pacers and Thunder both certainly fit that description. This is a wide open league right now, BA.
NBA is fertile ground if it's well managed. That's the key. Out to the right wing. From behind the arc. Edgecombe, no good. Boston leading by 9. Brown passes to White. Here's Boucher. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Edwards, no good.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
To the paint. And there's Pritchard. That's good. On the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got assist number 5 here tonight. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They host the Hawks after this one, and that's a one-game homestand for the club. The Celtics have gotten 8 of 12 attempts to drop since the beginning of the second. White for 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. Here's a look at what's coming up for Boston. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Brandon Ingram and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Monday, they head back home to host the Washington Wizards.
And looking at the Cavaliers matchup, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. The season is young, but they are starting to sharpen up.
Cadis checked in for Boston. Anthony Simons comes in for Brown. Philadelphia also making some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Walker. Paul George comes in for Edwards. And Jared McCain subbed in for Lowry. 76ers trail by 11. It's McCain on the wing. The 3-ball. Knocks down the long J. McCain's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Well, we know you got to get going, but thanks, Shams. As always, it's been fun and informative, my friend.
BA, no problem. Always glad to join, but I got to go. I got to get to this newsroom.
Man's got things to do.
A guy who's really in the know, and as somebody who prides themselves on doing research, boy, you have got to respect the legwork and the dedication he brings to the table.
1:03 left in the second period. Simons' shot is good. Simons has got 6 in the quarter.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now. And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's White. White coming through.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
76ers trail by 12. Down low. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Outside McCain. Pass to Edgecombe. Philadelphia moving it around. Embiid. Embiid just brushing off the contact inside.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Tatum from long range fires in the triple. Tatum's got 11 points.
Boy, you love the rise and fire off the bounce by Jason Tatum. That is not easy.
For three, here's Harris. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Lets it go from deep. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back.
And let's move on now to those first two quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that'll do it for us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first two quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
White and Brown are the wingmen. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, VA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Now here's Tatum. Off the mark there with a 3.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Here's McCain. Nails it from 3. McCain's got 6 points.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
Celtics lead by 15. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Guys.
You love that confidence. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And it's a completely new group for the 76ers. 76ers trail by 17. Pass to Oubre. Puts up a 3. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist. Lowry's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Boy, this is an area of his game that he has stepped up from his entry point to the league. Kelly Oubre is got to be taken seriously from downtown right now.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 16.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. And the 3-pointer goes.
Look at how confident Kelly Oubre is in the catch and shoot. You know why? Because he worked at it.
White on the wing. And Boston again with the bucket.
Boy, for the most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
And it's Lowry with the ball for Philadelphia. And here's Oubre from the arc. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
This guy just plays with such a rhythm and timing. Kelly Oubre knows how to get himself going on the offensive end.
And here's Brown for three. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
For three. Grimes' shot is off. Celtics lead by 12. White for three. And Watford pulls it down. A playmaker who can also score in bunches. I'm talking about Derek White, Doris.
I'm so glad you are, PA, because Derek White's big-time shot-making ability under the rest of the shot clock. How many times does this guy get the ball with very little time on the clock, and he just stands calmly and delivers shot after shot?
Here's Lowry. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the inside. Oubre with a steal. Here's Lowry. And a nice finish on the layup.
Yeah, this guy has spent a lot of his career in the painted area and knows how to finish. Kyle Lowry inside.
Here's Tatum. Misses off the left iron.
He really made that shot harder than it needed to be, and coach is not happy with that choice.
Here's Grimes. And Pritchard pulls it down. Pritchard's got 4 rebounds now.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team. Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Pass to Grimes. Takes a 3. And that comes off the assist by Lowry. Grimes has got his 2nd bucket on the night.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. A big group substitution here for Boston. Garza's checked in for Queta. Minot comes in for Jaylen Brown. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. 76ers trail by 11. Here's Drummond. Here's George. And the deficit down inside single digits. George has got 11 points.
This guy practically automatic. Paul George in the catch and shoot. Look out.
Hauser passes to Simons. Outside Tatum. And we've got 1:18 left in the 3rd quarter. The 76ers have gone 7 of 13 in the 2nd half. The kick out to Walker. 4-3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
They double team Tatum. Fires for 3. Hauser can't get it to go. 76ers trail by 6. And here's Ivy from the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. Ivy's got his 2nd basket.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Boston's shooting 47% during this 3rd quarter. Ball stolen. And Tatum fires one home.
Now, this is one of the best scorers in the game today. Jason Tatum, we're getting used to performances like this.
And here's Ivy from the arc. That one falls, coming off a Drummond feed. Drummond's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Hauser. He has 6. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Oh, sweet move. Simon's shot is good. 10 points for him.
Attacking the heart of this defense. That's 8 straight points inside.
George for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. When this game is done, they'll be off to Toronto, taking on the Raptors. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
Boy, when this guy has got his rhythm, he can be tough to guard.
Ivy passes to Drummond. And the layup is good off the glass. Drummond's got 6.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. It's been a good one. It's the Celtics. They lead by 5. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. spend a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
So we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Kelly Oubre out there with Eric Gordon. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Quentin Grimes. And it's Ivy in at the point.
Man, Simons is such a skilled two-guard. Fantastic at keeping his balance through contact.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Boston.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Here's Brown. Following that last three-pointer by Philadelphia, Jaylen Brown, in addition to becoming a champion, notched a big award in 2024 doors.
It is undeniable that Jaylen Brown raised his level throughout the course of the playoffs in 2024. He was the MVP of the conference finals and the finals, and I thought set the tone almost nightly en route to that championship.
And here's Oubre from the arc. And the 76ers another three. And it looks like we've got an injury on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
Oh, man, that's tough. You just never like to see this in sports.
No, obviously something that, every player fears. The NBA has made player safety a priority, but injuries continue to happen.
Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Andre Drummond is checked in for Tobias Harris.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
76ers trail by 7. Here we go, the Sixers on the break. From the arc. He can't hit that time. And so Simons will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Brown inside, covered by Grimes. Here's Simons on the take. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
He's just showing off tonight. Simons, an explosive scorer with great energy.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie.
I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Watford gets the bucket. Watford's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And here's Brown for 3. Sinks the tray. And the Celtics lead by 11.
Boy, this guy has been a completely different player in this half of basketball. Incredible.
Here's Watford. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
So it's Boston now. They led by as many as 18, and Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And Boston with some changes. Cadiz checked in for Garza. Derek White comes in for Mina, and Pritchard is subbed in for Simons. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense. No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Rebounded by Pritchard.
The rebounding differential is a major story in this game.
Lowry with a steal. No good from three. Boston leading by 10. Pritchard with it. Picked up by Lowry. And Pritchard, here we go. And that basket is good.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Drummond's checked in for Watford. Paul George comes in for Edwards. And Jared McCain subbed in for Lowry.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Now here's George. Here's Harris. Using the glass to lay it in.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all three levels.
Pritchard outside. Takes a three. Oh, it's off.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Cash it in.
Assisted by.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Shoots a three. Can't get it. 76ers trail by 5. George fires. The three is in.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Outside Brown. White outside. Here's the pass to Brown. 6 to shoot. Oh, look out. JB throwing it down.
Yeah, if you're going to be a franchise guy, you've got to want the ball in these clutch moments. Jaylen Brown doing work.
The release. And rebounded by Tatum.
Boy, these are the shots you have to make. If you don't capitalize, you are letting the defense off the hook.
Oh, once again, Jaylen Brown shows he has the poise and confidence to deliver in the clutch.
The putback. How about the activity?
Oh, Andre Drummond in a big moment with a big bucket. Yes, sir.
Pritchard against McCain. And he commits the intentional foul. Here's Tatum. He launches. McCain with a rebound. Harris.
Don't sleep on the size of Tobias Harris. He's not afraid to bang and bump down there.
He hits the first one. And that narrows the lead down to just 3. And Harris drops them both.
Well, in these situations, this is who they want at the charity stripe.
All right, Grant trying to seize control now.
NBA, if they can convert here, they might be able to close the door.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And the 76ers call time here. They're behind by 4. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
That they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
So the first one drops, and that'll put them up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, you love to see the calmness at the line. Didn't faze him at all. Big time spot, and he makes it easy.
Great job on the glass. Body's down low, needing to fight for position. That's perfect.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. From downtown, that's off.
He's playing bigger than his listed height. He's doing work on that glass.
So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.